Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave, episode 96. So today I'm going to be continuing on with my movie games that I started. I did the first one on E.T. and Gremlins for the Atari 2600. If you haven't watched that, you might want to go and check it out. Kind of interesting. But I thought I would continue on with two more Atari games. But I've been going through my Atari my selection of games, and I realized I've pretty much reviewed most of the ones that were based on movies in other videos. So I thought I don't want to, do it on the same game over again. So I had to pick the only two I had left that I think I have left, and that is Alien, which is, based on the Alien. You can kind of say it was based on the Alien movie, made by 20th Century Fox Games. They did a lot of movie games. And this one, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, I was kind of dreading on this one because I know I don't fully understand it, and I tell you right now, I'm not going to know anything. I'm not going to know what I'm doing. So, you're about to see me totally trash this game because I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to make a good shot at it. I already know I need two controllers. That was one of the things that was weird about this game. You got to have two controllers plugged in. And I kind of understand it, but I'm not going to get anywhere in it. I just want to show it, though, because, hey, it's a movie game. It's an awesome movie. Awesome franchise. Harrison Ford, he's right there on the cover. So, why not? Let's show it off. And we'll throw Alien in there as well. Okay. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Somehow I've been avoiding this one because I know I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I've tried to understand this game. So, yeah, that's Indy right there. I'm that little guy with the hat. I'm supposed to go in here. It's like a store or something like that. I think I'm supposed to buy something. I'm going to buy something. Oh, it looks like a grenade. And a gun? And a key? Okay. Let's go this way. Whoa! Okay, ow. So that was a pit. Yeah. So, overall, this game kind of reminds me of E.T. in that it's one of these games where you don't fully understand what's going on. You're just going to be completely lost. It's bad enough they have the whole dual controller thing. Okay, I just got stunned by something, and this black ghost thingy is attacking me. It's not a ghost, but it looks like one. Some guy in a trench coat. Yeah, that's the other thing. My knowledge of the Raiders of the Lost Ark movie, just not there. I watched the other one more, the Temple of Doom. That was my favorite one. That was the only Indiana Jones movie I really watched, and so I probably don't understand what's going on here. And this guy keeps taking stuff, and looks like I keep dying. Oh, I remember now I have to use the other controller, just to make things more complicated. So let's see if I could manage that. So I gotta buy this. I think I'm supposed to buy these things. I don't know if I can go anywhere else, though. I think I have to go this way. And then I fall down here. Talk about not knowing what you're doing. And this is the important thing that I'm trying to show here, is that Atari games, even though their graphics weren't, the greatest, the programmers, some of them anyways, were really able to create these games, like really get involved in the story and plot and work a lot of stuff in there. But you're not going to necessarily understand it unless you read the instruction manual, which is, unfortunately I didn't do that. I think I've looked it over before, and I've watched a video or two on it, and I was still kind of confused about this game. Still don't know what I'm doing. Running around. I'm Indiana Jones. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in this area here. I'm not sure. I remember you're supposed to take the bomb and blow up some, blow up something. Let's try that again. I know that's a snake thing. I'm gonna buy that grenade. don't know if I can go back up here. And I think I just got killed by that snake. I just picked up that, whatever that is. You gotta understand what all these things are. I think that's what they are, what they do. Unfortunately, this is exactly what happened back in the day with these old games. Is people would do this. They would pick up the game and start trying to play it and not know what's happening. They'd be like, what's going on here? And unfortunately, they would just jump to the conclusion that the game is garbage. But this is actually probably following a lot of the movie plot. Just like the E.T. game, you know, it's a little complicated to understand, but once you know what's going on, you know, you figure it out. Music is great, though. It's the Indiana Jones soundtrack. I mean, they got that right. And, you know, you can see his hat. That's his signature hat, so, yeah. Okay. Now we're going over to Alien on the Atari 2600 as well. Yeah. Pac-Man. That's what everybody says when they see this right off the bat. This is Pac-Man. So how much of this follows the Alien plot? I don't know. You know, you got the dots. They're supposed to be alien eggs, as far as I understand. Those are your alien guys, instead of ghosts. And there's a few other weird things going on. So let's go ahead and start this up. That being said, I do have to admit that this is a pretty decent Pac-Man clone. And a lot of people say that. It's weird, too, how the... Oh, that's like your power pellet. It's weird, too, how the dots are kind of scattered rather than being in a straight line like in Pac-Man. Looks a little weird sometimes. And you can go through those little alleyways and appear at the other side. Kind of like the gaming's first warp zone. Possibly not really. I don't know. This is actually a pretty decent Pac-Man game. I would really enjoy this. When I was a kid, I would have enjoyed this a lot. Didn't have it, so I played games like Lock and Chase, which is also a great Pac-Man clone, and I just got killed. I know I have a flamethrower, but it's usually useless. Now this is another interesting, this is like a bonus stage. Oh, and if you get to the top, you get like extra bonuses and stuff. My fire didn't work. My flamethrower. That's what I mean, the flamethrower doesn't seem to do much for me. That's all this game really is, it's just amassing points, and you know, anybody that was really expecting an alien plot to this probably would have gotten a little disappointed. However, they would have been awarded by a nice alien, well not alien, a nice Pac-Man style game. And, I mean, really, in that time, Pac-Man was the big game, and that's what everybody wanted to play, so it made a lot of sense to, you know, make a Pac-Man clone. Well, like I said, I had no idea what I was doing, and this would be a good one for me to actually spend some time on it, understand it, and play it properly, and then do a video on that, because I really didn't know what I was doing. I was, like, running around, trying to explore, and I kind of remember some parts of it, but it just, a lot of it was just like, what am I doing? But, I mean, I give it a lot of respect for what it was trying to do, and, you know, you gotta think back to a time when, you know, games were very simple, very, like, there were a lot of single board games, like single screen, you know, Space Invaders and things like that. So, for this to actually come out at that time and be that revolutionary based on a movie. And if you notice that, you know, E.T. also had the same kind of problem where a lot of people just slammed the game, they didn't understand it, because the programmers had to like really spend the time to work a complex movie, like a real complex story, into an Atari game. So it's kind of interesting that they were able to pull that off. Now, like I said, I got to get better at this, and I actually think I have the manual somewhere in my selection of manuals over there. So I'm going to have to dig through that. I'm going to spend some time and see if I can actually get somewhere, and hopefully do another video one day of actually playing this game properly and do it some justice. Alien? I think they just kind of copped out and went with the whole Pac-Man theme because Pac-Man was an award-winning game, and they just wanted to, just make things easier and be like, let's just do Pac-Man. Kind of sucky that they had to do that. Although, it could have ran into the same problem as this game, or E.T., if they would have tried to make it too complex and too much like the movie. So, that, on the other hand, it could have turned out to be a real terrible game. So, this was actually a fun game, and it's actually a game you could put in your Atari, have some fun with it, know what you're doing without reading a manual, and, you might not understand the concepts that are happening. You might not understand what the dots are that you're grabbing and, why you have a flamethrower, but you can figure it out, and it's actually pretty fun. So, even though it's missing that it's not based on anything other than Pac-Man and, that secondary board, which I have to admit was kind of fun, and, Pac-Man doesn't have that. So, it's a fun game. I mean, they're both, well, that one's backwards. They're both kind of fun. Yeah, I would recommend them. This one, I would say you really got to read the manual, possibly watch some other videos, people who actually know what they're doing. I mean, I had to do the same thing when I played Superman. I had to, read up and watch other videos and just see what other people were doing, and I was still lost on that game. So, yeah. Anyways, those are two more movie video games. So probably the next episode when I do this, it's probably going to be Nintendo games, I think, because I know I have a bunch of them, and there was a few I've already kind of done in other videos, but I know I have a couple that I saw that I can actually review. Maybe I'll just do one game per video at that point, because the games are quite longer and more complex, and, these are smaller games. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think about Raiders of the Lost Ark, this one, and Alien. I know everybody really likes this game, so, I'm sure people can, vouch for it. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Talk to you later.